sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday already, and it seemed like it was just Monday. we're off to a great start this week, right? We spent the day yesterday doing a lot of yard work and stuff like that. I got my lawn mowed, I got a fire pit delivered, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I was a busy man. And I think this week should be pretty good as far as not having a lot to do. Thank God I got going to Greendale next week. I'll be down there for their VBS, and I'm excited about that. We get to spend some time down there with those people, and I love them down there. So we should have a great time. Let's check and see who's with us. What do you say? Tom was like first one on this morning. It's like he gets up early or something. Ken Gooch, good morning. And Chris Conley's here. And Bert Reggiani's here. And so is Steve Ponowersky. Nice to see you, Steve. It's nice to see all of you. Right? I didn't want to be specific. I should have said that. You're all welcome here. I'll stop talking now. We're in Galatians 4 now. We've moved up in this book is pretty cool. There's no doubt. Paul is telling us stuff. He's repeating the gospel and how it works and who it belongs to, and it's kind of awesome. So let's try this screen. Is that better to see? I hope. I mean that an heir, as long as he is a child, is no different from a slave, though he's the owner of everything, but he is under guardians and managers until the date set by his father. And Paul is making this point that heirs have to wait sometimes. They have to wait till the correct time before they can collect their inheritance. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff, right? In the same way also, when we were children, we are enslaved to, it's not we are, it's where in the same way, we also, when we were children, were enslaved to the elementary principles of the world. What does he mean by elementary principles of the world? Well, from what I can tell and what I looked up, it means the basic structures, systems of this kingdom. For the Jews had the law, and they lived by this law, and that was one of the elementary principles of their life. Pagans had their culture, and they used and their pagan beliefs. So the Gentiles had many rituals and stuff like that they had to deal with. They were part of with who they were and what they were, and Paul's telling us those elementary principles kept them from Jesus, kept them from trusting Jesus because they were children. So they are growing into something different right now. It's kind of cool way of saying it. But when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those who are under the law, so that we might receive adoption as sons. This meant something to Romans. I mean, and the Romans and the pagans, because under Roman law, man, adoption, that was an important thing, right? But there's one little phrase in there. Where is it now? But when the fullness of time had come, Paul's being very careful here to say that Jesus' coming wasn't random. Jesus' coming wasn't late. Even though they were waiting for Messiah, he wasn't late. It had been carefully prepared. Many historians believe that the time that Jesus came was the ideal time, right? It was because the Roman Empire provided for that time a relative peace. They called it the Pax Romana, where they kept everybody in line, right? Roman roads, because they were builders without a doubt, made travel much easier, and the Greek was a common language, so the area shared this language, and synagogues were scattered everywhere. So it was like the perfect time to go on the road with this message, to redeem those under the law, so that we might receive adoption. Okay, so, and because you are sons, God has sent the Spirit of his Son into our hearts, crying, Abba, Father. So again, if people tell you there's no mention of the Trinity in the New Testament, it's right there. God, because he has sent the Spirit of his Son into our hearts, crying, Abba, Father. You are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir through God. I look at all my notes today and I'm like, what? Where did I get all this stuff? I still got 2 pages of notes and I'm done through reading, which isn't shocking. But I think let's look at, he talked about being adopted and sent, and at the appointed time, God sent his son. It was not a random or just a thing. It was actually pre-planned, prepared, and had an appointed time. I love that part of it. And then he says, born of a woman, born under the law. He's basically telling everybody that this is something that is written about way back. We got to go back to Genesis 3:15. When God said, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and heirs, and he will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. He's pointing to that. Paul is pointing way back there. Born under the law, the very system he came to fulfill. Born under the law, he came to fulfill, fulfill the law, but he was born into it, which is, he entered willingly, and he was the only one that ever was victorious with the law. I love the word victorious. That's a great thing. Redemption is to purchase, right? And he talks about someone of slavery. He freed us. He redeemed us. He purchased our souls. He accomplished what the law can never do. And I think that's the thing. And I think I talked about adoption in the Roman culture. Adoption meant something to those people. You gained a family name, right? You inheritance rights. You had legal standing. You were a permanent member of the family. Today, let's look at today, would you? All right, we read these verses and we think, okay, that's pretty cool stuff. But what does it mean? Do we truly understand that we're heirs? I ask ourselves this question, and I think we should always ask ourselves this question. Do we truly understand the gift we've been given? We aren't someone that is allowed to, we're not just somebody that's allowed entry into heaven. And I think we read these verses, and it's more than that. We're not somebody that because we believe in Jesus, we don't go to heaven. Because we believe in Jesus, we are part of the family. Don't let go of that. It's not, you are a member of the family. It's different, right? When you talk about members of your family and strangers, even though you like that person or another friend, they're not family. And what does that identity mean to us? Now, I mean, we're in the family, right? Why? What does it mean in here to you? Has it transformed you? Has it made you somebody that you weren't before? I think sometimes Scripture causes us to look deeper at ourselves and look deeper at the world. And we should see that we're not the same person that we were before when we look in that mirror. That's what I have for you today, gentlemen. I hope it was a blessing. I pray it was a blessing. And have a firmly rooted day. May someone see Jesus in you. Peace.